we are going to introduce some alternatives to the assessments that are much better than previous methods. Content of workshop. There are three contents: principle of assessment design, rethinking your assessment methods, we will rethink, reconsider assessment methods that if they are right or wrong, and assessing group works. What will be the learning outcomes? Be familiar basic principle underlying program, level assessment design, and how it might affect student behavior. How principles that are designed by our teacher are going to affect the behavior of our student through different methods of assessment. Critically evaluate different assessment methods and their appropriateness for their context. We are going to critically analyze our current assessment methods and we will reconsider if they need some improvements. Reflect and rethink on assessment approach. Program level assessment design. Assessment is the engine which drives student learning. So assessment is not only to judge the student, but it also motivates students to learn efficiently. What we want and what happens through our assessment channels. Students who learn throughout the year. Students who learn throughout the year, the only learn receive right before the exam. So students who learn throughout the year, how they learn, they only learn and revise before the exam. It can be also in semester system. Students who pay attention to the entire curriculum, they try to find out what will be on the exam and focus on that. So these are the varieties of students that learn from different aspects to different methods. They try to find out what is important. They just learn both the important things just to pass the exam, not to learn the things. Students who take feedback on board and use it to learn. Students who take feedback, they actually don't learn, they just take and give feedback to the learning process. Students who understand and engage with the material, the students who are participating while the teacher is teaching them a topic, or they are going to memorize every single fact that they have participated in. As when we participate in some context, we learn faster. So these are the few important points that I am going to discuss. Attitude to the course, attitude to the lecture, rich social life, confidence, past assessment experience, undeveloped learning strategies that were successful in the past, beliefs about what higher education learning is. These are the beliefs, the points that students think in their mind. If they are not learning, it could be through the low self-esteem, problem at home and health issues, etc. These are the program level assessment design that I just discussed. Relationship between design and student learning behavior. Aspects of design. Volume of summative assessment and volume of formative assessment. How much effort they put into learning. Aspect of student learning behavior through this summative and formative assessment is how much effort they put into learning through these two types of assessment, which is summative and formative. The emphasis placed on exam as the main method, volume of oral feedback versus written feedback. Are they learning through oral feedback faster or through the written feedback? Volume of the written feedback, timing of assessment, it also matters that you think that your student has learned something, you are going to assess them after they have learned something. Writing of methods, clarification of expectations, how this effort is distributed, how students distribute their efforts, if they equally distribute, that this time they have to study, they have to eat, they have to sleep, they have to work. So are they distributing everything equally or not? What part of the syllabus they focus on? Students definitely every single student focus on according to their mindset. Some focus on one topic and some focus on the other. If how they use feedback, how they prepare for their assessment, and how they are going to prepare for the assessment that the topic you have given them. Discuss question to consider the planning strategies change. So we are going to discuss the strategies that need to be changed. How well are the students currently performing and what are they poor at? So how much they are performing now and what are the things that students lack? What do students currently do with their time out of class? So how they are spending time, where they are spending time at class, and do they spend enough time feedback on student mastery of important skills and behaviors, attitudes as well as their knowledge. So the current levels assessment, are they enabling students to master the skill that you want them to master? Does this range of assessment method enable all the students to demonstrate their abilities to achieve the learning outcomes? Are assessments spread throughout the year to enable students to monitor their study strategies, to learn from the feedback forward their teacher feedback? What are the qualities of good assessments? There are few good qualities of the good assessment. Good assessment and feedback practice should be: help clarify what good performance is. It should achieve goal, the criteria, and the standards of the assessment. Encourage time and effort on challenging learning tasks. Deliver high quality feedback, information that help learners self-correct. So you should develop the strategy so they can self-correct themselves if they feel like they are not right at this point. So they could judge that they are not right. They should correct themselves on their own. Encourage positive motivational feedback, beliefs, and self-esteem. Encourage interaction and dialogue around learning. So they can interact with the teacher and make the dialogue with the teacher and the student and their colleagues as well. Facilities that the development of self-assessment and reflection in learning. So facilitate them so they can do self-assessment and reflection in their learning. Give learner choice in assessment. Give them the choice in the assessment that are you comfortable with the MCQs, with the short question or the long question. So show them the pattern, give them the option, ask them how they want the assessment to be done. Also show them the content and the process how this assessment is going to be. Involves students in decision making about assessment policy and practice. So there are few key principles of assessment. What is assessment? Assessment is more than grades. Assessment is feedback for both instructor and the student. So its assessment is not only for the student, it is as well as for the teacher and the instructor as well. Assessment drives student learning. So assessment is more than grade. Assessment is the mechanism for providing instructor with data, for improving their teaching method, and for guiding and motivating students to be actively involved in their own learning. Assessment gives feedback to both the teacher and the student, not only at the end of the course, but throughout the course. It gives feedback for both the teacher and the student as well. That if teacher is teaching them correct, or if teacher is teaching them correct, are student learning correct or not? Assessment drives student learning. So as I have told earlier, assessment motivates students to learn faster in a better way. The assessment method that we use on our student will give them the idea of what is important and what is not. If we use assessment methods that are factual and knowledge based, we might be providing superficial learning. In order to avoid this, it will lack their interest in learning and they will sit down. In order to avoid this, we need to set our courage goals. These goals are the primary reasons why we do assessment. Exam is equal to silent killer of learning. Students study for exam, not study for learning. So exam is the most important point. Exam is the silent killer of the learning. So teach your student that their learning is not just for the exam; it's for their whole lifetime. Your teaching way should be influential, not a harsh way. So students study for exam, not study for learning. Most of the students study just to pass the exam, not to learn something. So after the exam, they forget the thing that they have learned. They don't use that in their lives. So it is unnecessary and a waste of time. So make your personality be influential and teach them to learn, study something to learn, to use that in their life positively. So exam alternatives, we are going to discuss now the exam alternatives. So they are what activities are these students involved in. So we should know before assessing them what their interests are, what discipline is this. So there are two studies of exam that I am going to discuss now. The individual between 2, 3 and 3rd, 4th of the examination time. A standard formal examination that student complete working alone. The second stage is after student turn in their individual exams, small groups solve similar or identical problems have the same topic of assessment but on the different time. Example of innovative assessment. There are few innovative assessment that are mentioned here. Conference as a form of assessment. Use conference to assess your students. It could be video assessment as alternative to essays. You can ask them to make a video of some topic and present to your teacher. So it will be creative. While making that video, they will learn faster and they will remember it for their lifetime. Video reflection log, they can make video reflection log, you can assess them, their confidence, their knowledge about the topic, and they will learn that forever. It could be group poster, ask them to make a group poster, how they work in groups, and so on. You can ask them to make a podcast videos as alternative to essays as well. Working on live projects with clients, ask them to work with clients on live projects, film role play, like give them a situation and ask them to film it so you can assess them. Group work on Wikipedia on one more page. You can ask them to have forum discussions presenting to industries. Film role play a case study for UCI, MSc in development and psychological and clinical practice. Focus on both theory as well as on clinical skills. Assessment, how they assess their filming role play mental consolations. So they film the mental consolation help marking two parts, 50% role play itself. So the teacher asks them to 50% the red was divided 50% on the role play and ask them to write a 1500 words reflective commentary on their own performance. That they how they feel about their performance, is that good or is that not? So ask them to tell why they have acted like that in that role play. This way of assessing is of student is slightly more time intensive than some of the other assessment methods. It will definitely take more time, but it will make your student learn faster and for the whole lifetime. But we think it worth it because it really does capture both clinical and their own reflective skills. Student also said how much it had helped to prepare them for their work placements. Videos as assignment, a case study for Columbia University. It's another case, a real case from the Columbia University, Department of Mathematics, calculus class. It was a calculus class. Making short explanatory video to demonstrate student understanding of calculus principles. So the teacher showed them a simple small calculus video to understand them better. Each student submit a 5-minute video for assessment. So after the teacher showed them the video, teach them how this calculus is working, the teacher asked them to make a 5-minute video for each student and return back to the teacher so he can judge how they learn this. Do they learn faster or better or not? It's time consuming, but it's rewarding. The calculus material is not going to be what sticks with them going into their future careers. The calculus is not definitely going to stick with them for their whole future career. But the skills that I really wanted my student to have coming out of the course was not just the calculus material, but the ability to think in the rigorous manner, so they can think out of the class also and judge things better. More importantly, communicate that through process. So they were able to communicate to their student, to their fellows and their teachers as well. Authentic assessment. The aspect of authenticity is an important one. Authentic assessment can be defined as. So, what is authentic assessment? An assessment requiring students to use the competencies or combination of knowledge, skills, and attitudes that they need to apply in the criterion situation in the professional life. Characteristic of authentic assessment: ask them to perform, create, produce, or do something. Give them a real-time situation and ask them to do that. Use tasks that represent meaningful instructional activities. You can ask them to make a video to explain a short video and explain some novel or a short story. What was the theme? So they will read the whole novel or the short story to make 5 minutes video for you, but they have learned that novel and short story. The higher level thinking and problem solving skill. Ask them to have higher level develop those skills in them. Invoke real world applications. Authentic and sustainable assessment focus on assessment tasks that have applicability to the world outside to the classroom, as I have discussed earlier. Classroom and the foster autonomous learning. Foster metacognitive skill and focus on deep, sustainable, authentic learning. Provide proficiencies and skill required for their job market. So it is an exercise evaluating assessment method. Are they fit for purpose? This 2-3 assessment method using this in the program that you teach on. Analyze what are their purpose, what do they measure, what is your assessment is going to measure, provide feedback on how aligned are they with principle of good assessment. Evaluate, are they fit for the purpose, right? Or ideally would you like to improve them? So is your assessment is good, or do you need to improve your assessment? Okay, so the last point is give them the real world scenarios. One of the best ways to promote and assess higher order thinking is to use scenarios based on question, particularly ones that stimulates real world experience. So as I have told them, engage your student in real world scenarios so that you may know better that they have learned something or not, and it will motivate your student and make them learn faster, right? So, the answer plus the reason why. This approach to measure critically or creative thinking is to ask learner to synthesize what they have learned into an explanation.